dogs.
This is one of them. Her name is Betty.
Betty.
She's gorgeous. Hello.
And she's also super confident and
Yeah.
super friendly.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this video and welcome to my husband's abs. So, where have we just been?
We were at Bed and Biscuits.
Bed and Biscuits, which is
It's a boarding place, but we were there to visit the Stray Dog Centre open day.
We were, indeed. And I blame you for this, because potentially we're looking at fostering another dog. Because Darren follows all of the dog pages on Instagram. It tears on his heartstrings, and he's always showing me them at breakfast. And he's like, look, this dog just needs a home for like 4 to 6 weeks until it gets rehomed permanently. So today is a very busy day. It is Sunday, the 16th of June. My normal routine remains the same. I had my PT client this morning, and then Darren was like, let's just go to the open day and just go and have a look. We had no intention of coming away with a dog to foster, but who have we found?
Betty.
Her name's Betty Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's a husky, and she's, bless her heart, she's about 2 or 3. I think they said she's about 3 years old. But her kind of story or backstory is she's currently being looked after there, but was in a shelter previously after being, what's the word when they give up a dog?
She was surrendered.
Surrendered, because whoever was looking after her before obviously couldn't handle her. And I think this happens a lot, particularly in this country. Like, huskies are really, really cute as puppies, and you can buy them in pet stores here, but I don't think people really understand how big they get and what responsibility those kind of dogs are. And so we obviously, if you guys have been following me a while, you'll know that we rescued a dog during lockdown in 2020, a husky. We called him Loki. He was about 8 months old, and we looked after him after he'd obviously been really poorly mistreated, and we had him for about 8 months, 10 months, babe?
Yeah, about that.
About that. And then he started having seizures, obviously due to some previous head trauma, and he actually passed away. But I think huskies have always held a very special place in my heart and in Darren's. Darren's always loved huskies, and Loki was the first dog that I ever fell in love with, the first dog that we ever looked after and homed. And so when we went to the shelter, you can see from the previous clips, there were so many huskies that needed homes. I would say there's probably about 8 or 9 there.
Yeah, there's loads of, so this Stray Dog Centre actually have a special program for huskies. They pay to send them abroad to like cooler climates.
For like permanent homes.
Yeah, but obviously this place is like a charity, so they have lots of them, and these dogs, they're paying for them to be in boarding. So it helps them massively if like couples like us can take one for like 4 to 6 weeks while they try and find a home for it.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
So that's what we're doing with Betty. And the thing is, we've had huskies before, so we know how to look after them. Our dogs are very, very friendly. We're going to obviously integrate her. She seems very calm-natured. You can tell that she's been in a home before. She literally jumped at Darren as soon as we walked into the door. So we're going to try and pick her up tomorrow and see how it goes. We have everything here for another dog. Like, we have a crate to crate her when she needs a calm space to go to, and you know, I think it's a really good thing if we can do this. And I think Darren probably thinks that after the 4 to 6 weeks before we travel for potentially his shows, we'll probably end up keeping her. But let's see. Like, at the end of the day, if we can do a good thing and look after a dog for a short amount of time, give it a loving home rather than just like a cold floor in a shelter, then we're going to try, and we'll see.
Every time someone like us takes one of these for 4 to 6 weeks, it means they can take another one and put it into boarding.
Yeah.
Well, they like, because they're not just going to take a dog off the streets and put it straight into a family. It needs to be vaccinated, checked, and also they can't make sure it can be integrated. Yeah. You know, and it's friendly, whatever. So there's always they probably have like 10 other dogs they're waiting to try and rescue and help. So it just means, like, I think she's been there a couple of months.
No, 2 weeks she's been there. She was in the other shelter.
She was in the vets. No, because I scrolled back, she'd been in the vets. Her and 3 other huskies
they were in another shelter and they got bitten
by snakes. Yeah. And they were like nearly dead, so they were in a vet for a long time.
Yeah.
Before they were actually brought to bed and biscuits.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna pick her up tomorrow and see how that goes. But yeah, so far so good. We are on track with work. I'm on my third meal of the day, which is my enormous chicken, potato and apple salad. Darren's gonna go and get his next meal. And we're currently watching the M Pro Classic on the big screen whilst I'm doing work and responding to client check-ins on a Sunday. It's a very busy day for me. There's lots to be doing, but I thought I'd pick up the camera and vlog. What were you going to say, babe?
Semi-big screen.
A semi-big, well, yeah, semi-big screen. I'll show you guys now what screen we're using. But I'm going to crack on with work, finish my meal. I'll pick you guys back up in a little while and we'll take it from there. Many hours later, and we have set up our old crate in one of our spare rooms downstairs so that this little Betty Boo has got somewhere safe to sleep. And from our experience, if you can train them to enjoy using the crate, it means they feel a lot safer, especially as Milo and Coco will be around, and when we leave for the gym and things like that, it'd be nice for her to be in a little safe spot. But you guys have no idea, do you? I know. Whereas I think Stitchy, you won't mind, will you? Will you? Stitchy was fine with Loki. And Stitchy's fine with these dogs. He's like, I just don't pay any attention to them. Finally, 6:10. The main event. This is what we've been waiting for.
We have William Bonac returned. We have Cuba Gil. Sila, from Cuba. Cuba, number 3 we have.
There's my coach. Second one in next to William.
Bulgaria looks absolutely, well, it's good, fantastic. And then we have the return of Sasa Harati. So, yeah. So, okay, let's just, I told you Sasa was good, man. We're going to break them down individually, so now we're just going to bother.
It is now the next day, and there she is. Betty, although she does not respond to that name, so we might call her something else like Nala. But hello, darling. Yeah. Right. Time to introduce you to our dogs.
Stay here, because we don't want to freak her out when she's coming around the corner. Stay here.
Good girl. It's okay. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Coco. Good girl. Yeah.
Coco went to find her straight away. Coco!
Coco. Good girl. Good girl. Milo. They're not barking. Are we tangled? Okay, it's okay. She's fine. Coco, good girl. Good girl. Coco, good girl. Good girl. Milo. I know. Good girl. It's okay.
Intrigued by him though. Nala. Sit down. Sit. Good girl.
Sit. Good girl. Oh, well done. Good girl. Here you go. Here you go. Oh, give me ball. Allez, sit. Give me ball. Good girl. Well done. Okay. Well, that definitely was a bit of a traumatic experience. I didn't imagine that they were all going to get on straight away, but I didn't realise that Milo was going to be so tetchy with her. He literally went for her straight away and went to go and bite her head and scratched her nose a little bit. But Coco seems to be okay. And as you can see, we've got like the crate set up. She's very, very comfortable in the crate. And I think it's just going to take time and just see how they adjust. I think Milo's just super, super excited. He's not sure at all what's happening. Whereas Coco's had a good old sniff of her. They've kind of set their boundaries and asserted their authority. So I think they're in a good thing. I think what's going to help is this evening, I think we'll take Milo and Betty. I really don't know about this name. I honestly, she's not responding to Betty. I know the shelters just give them random names when they take on dogs, but she looks like more of a like Lola or Nala or something. So I've been calling her Nala, and she's been like looking at me with those blue eyes. So maybe we'll change her name. I don't know if you're allowed to do that if you foster a dog for like 4 to 6 weeks. But I think if we take Milo and Nala out for a walk this evening together, I think that's maybe a good approach. But I'm just in the office now and just doing check-ins. You know, nothing changes here. Same old, same old. And then I'll pick you guys up a little bit later when we take them both out for a walk and see how it goes. I'm kind of hoping that we'll get to a place where they're all super chilled in the living room. Nala's on the floor, just passed out. The dogs are on the sofa. The cat's there. That's the other thing is she went and had a sniff of Stitch, and Stitch was like, I don't know who you are. And it's the first time I've ever heard him like hiss ever. But then he calmed down straight away afterwards. So we shall see. I don't know why we've done this. I know why we've done this. Because we want to give this dog a nice home because she's been through a lot. Let's just see how it goes.
Good boy, Milo. Good boy.
I'm waiting for him to just pass out like her and copy her.
He's aggressive. This is.
It's now the next morning, Tuesday the 18th, just gone 9 AM, and we did have some success last night. I think taking Milo and Nala together for a walk was good. There were a few initial kind of nips from Milo because he's a bit wary of her. Weirdly, she doesn't bite back at all. She doesn't bark, she doesn't snarl. She's very, very calm. I think she's more a case of like, she's not really bothered about other dogs because she's been in a stray centre and obviously in boarding with tons of other dogs. She's not fazed by them at all. But I'm just sat in the maze room with her now. She's in her crate. And the door's open. And she really likes it in here. She like takes herself off in here. Even when all the doors are open and the dogs are around, she just walks in here to just go and chill. So she's very calm. Aren't you, babe? Yeah. She's such a sweetheart. So yeah, 24 hours in our home. Let's see how she goes. Like I said, we're planning on fostering her for about 4 to 6 weeks until potentially we travel for down shows to America. So if you're looking to adopt a Husky, or you know of anybody in any country that would be able to take her in, let us know. I will drop all the details for the Stray Dog Centre in the caption below. But she's going to be our new addition to our family for a little while. Nice to meet you, darling. Oh, bless her. Right, I'm going to take her out for a wee, pop her back in here, and then we'll head to the gym. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know if you've got any questions. I will get back to vlogging more bodybuilding stuff, but I thought this would be a nice opportunity to share our new addition. Oh, bless her. And like I said, give her a home for a little while, which is better than a shelter or boarding. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.